Hello, hello Facebook. How are you? Say hey to me as you guys are hopping on. Hey, Krishan. Say hi as you're hopping on. I'm just getting the hey Talisha top fan. Hey Casey. Say hi as you're hopping on. Just getting the thing started here. How's everyone doing today? Hey, Shar. Hey, Carlin. If you guys are joining over on the watch party, come hang out with us on the business page for sure. Anya. I am good. I'm doing good. I gave up my coffee this morning for Michelle. Patrick is here and she brought me some ginseng. And so I gave up my coffee this morning for ginseng. And then I tried to drink some matcha and I'm feeling quite wired at the moment from the ginseng and the matcha. So that's how I'm doing. I'm excited. Feeling a little excited. Do you guys want to say hi to Michelle Patrick? She's sunbathing currently by my pool. We'll take you out and let you guys say hi to her. There she is. Say hello to the people, Michelle.
Hey, people.
There she is. She is sunbathing next to the pool. She's sunbathing and then she's getting ready to go have a massage. So she's living the Bali life, the Bali dream life. Life is good in Bali, I'm telling you. So she brought me all the things. We are putting together a completely epic program this week. That we're going to be launching, and we are doing a full day photo shoot on Sunday to launch the program and for all of our visuals. So we've been planning the shoot and hanging out. We've basically just been eating the whole time since she's been here, as you do in Bali, because there's so much amazing food. So literally I was just like, okay, well I have to work for a little bit and then she's going to get her massage, and then I'm like, so I'll just meet you at this really amazing restaurant across the street from your massage and we can have lunch, because literally all we've done together is eat since you've been here. And I have been off of alcohol for the last however many days, since January 1st really. I've had like a glass of wine here or there. I'm having margaritas today. I've decided it's gonna be a margarita day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm getting my hair done. So that's what I'm up to. But I decided that I wanted to pop on, and it is immortal. It is immortal, our program, Becoming Immortal. We haven't fully decided on the name, but it may just be called Immortal. It may be called Becoming Immortal. It's going to be so good. Hi, Patrice. Hi, Terry. Hi, Sean. Hi, Visa. Hi, Linnea. Hi, everyone watching on the watch party. If you guys want to come over to the business page, definitely do that. But yeah, so anyway, that's what's up in my world. That's what's happening in my life at the moment. But I wanted to hop on because I felt like I wanted to get on and talk about how surface level mindset work gets you surface level money mindset work gets you surface level results. Oh, hey, me. Who's logged in as me? Is that Tara or is that Mallory? Someone's saying, hey, boss, and it's me. It's hey, boss to myself. Yeah, so you can feel the vibe, what, Talisha, of the Becoming Immortal program? It's going to be next level. Oh my God, I can't even wait. It's going to be so good. Or you can feel the energy of this live stream that I'm about to... It was Mallory. Hi, Mallory. Or you can feel the energy of this live stream. This live stream is going to be good, I think. So there's just been this, hey, Meredith. I'm having to watch in two places because there's people on the watch party and then there's people over here. Yeah, and I touched on this the other day. I talked about this the other day a little bit, where I was talking about the live stream that I did where I said I'm not just a money coach. And I guess I want to preface this live stream by saying, again, as I did on the last one, that I'm not down on money mindset work. I believe that it is a huge component and part to shifting the financial slavery consciousness of this planet, because I believe that it begins with mindset. Like, we have to shift our mindset. We have to move ourselves out of scarcity and lack mentality. But the place where I get frustrated is, you know, it seems like everyone's a money coach now. Everybody's got a money program. Everybody's teaching manifestation, money manifestation. And so I feel like there's a lot of, you know, offering people the magic mindset map that's going to get them to, you know, the elusive 6-figure income or 7-figure income or 8-figure income. And I think I said this on the last live stream, but it's like, if mindset alone got you to that place, if mindset alone created financial freedom, then every single online coach would be a millionaire or a billionaire by now. No one would be struggling if it was just a matter of mindset. If it was just about, you know, thinking ourselves to, or as Napoleon Hill put it, think and grow rich, right? If it was just as simple as think and grow rich, everyone would read that book and be a millionaire. And it just isn't the case. And so for me, I feel like I have a real responsibility to continue to come on and talk and educate about what else it takes to deconstruct financial slavery programming. Because the truth is that as a collective, we are being held in slavery. We are slaves to a program that has been designed to keep us in our place, playing small, and only achieving to the point that it supports the global economic agenda. And the programming has been since we took our first breath on this planet, and so it's not even something that we're fully aware of or realize until we start doing the work. And so for me, when I see all of these new money coaches coming out, or these new manifestation coaches coming out who've had a little bit of success and, you know, had their first $5,000 month or had their first $10,000 month, and now are out there like wanting to teach people money mindset work, I get a like little danger radar going off in my head, because it's like slapping a Band-Aid on a wound that needs stitches, right? Like it just, all that's going to happen is that wound is going to continue to fester and be infected. And you might get some immediate relief, but it's like long term, you're going to have a horrible scar. You may end up getting really, really sick. This is a horrible analogy and really gross. But you get my point. Like, you understand what I'm saying. There is so much more to wealth consciousness work and money work than just mindset work. There's so much more to anything, like anything where you're doing personal development and self-help, than simply just doing mindset work. And, you know, for those of you out there that are watching that are emotional clearing practitioners, that, you know, have a regular practice of deep emotional clearing, I know that you know what I mean. I know that you are like, yeah, like you can mindset your every single day, your whole entire life, and still not change your situation or change your circumstance, or change it to the point where you actually are experiencing freedom in your life. And so for me, you know, my divine mission work on this planet is to end the financial slavery consciousness that the collective is experiencing right now. And in order to do that, it requires a deep level of understanding of how we got here, first of all. Not only how we got here, but what keeps us stuck here. We have to have the information in order to understand how to play inside the game so that we can ultimately gain freedom. But it also requires deconstructing the programming and deconstructing the deep-seated beliefs that we have, that affirmations and mindset work simply don't get rid of. And so for me, like, you know, listening to wealth consciousness material and mindset work and mindset material, it's a part of the process. It absolutely is a part of the process. And, you know, there are, you know, Amanda Francis in particular is somebody who I'm so grateful for, because very early on in my journey, I did Money Mentality Makeover with her, and she's getting ready to launch it again right now. It's a great program. I did Money Mentality Makeover with her, and doing that program enabled me to shift my mindset enough that I moved out of my midbrain response when it came to money, which was fight, flight, freeze, right? So for me, Money Mentality Makeover, what it really enabled me to do is move out of that place where I literally, every reaction I had to money was coming from my midbrain. I was either entering into a fight response or a flight response or a paralyzed will freeze response. And so that was really helpful. Like it helped me be able to to have non-emotionally charged responses to money is what that program enabled me to do. And, you know, so I love Amanda Francis. I love the Money Queen. You know, she calls herself the Money Queen, and I love her program, Money Mentality Makeover. And it was a huge jumping point to me beginning to do the deeper level wealth consciousness work that I do. And so I'm really grateful for it. And she does what she does really well. And so it's part of the reason why when I see all these money coaches coming out, I'm like, we don't need another Amanda Francis. The Money Queen is already the Money Queen. Like, she's doing the mindset shit right? So if you want to shift your mindset and you want to start, like if you're just starting out and you want to shift your mindset, go work with Amanda Francis. I don't know why you would invest in any other money mindset program than Amanda's. this wasn't intended to be this literally was not even intended to be a Sell Amanda Francis's Money Mentality Makeover live stream, but apparently it has become that. But I don't even know why, like, literally she is the person's the go-to when it comes to that. I wouldn't buy anybody else's manifestation or money shit. I would just go straight to Amanda and buy Money Mentality Makeover. If mindset work is what you're after, if you're if you're just starting out, if like that is what you need, if you are fully operating in your midbrain and you're in a fight, flight, freeze response when it comes to money, go work with her. Go buy that program. It'll be an amazing investment. It's one of the best investments that I've made. Course-wise, like if I look at all the courses that I've invested in, for sure, Money Mentality Makeover is one of the best programs. No, I'm not sending you somewhere else. And Anya, you don't need that program, right? You've already done Ouroboros. So no, I'm not sending you somewhere else. But I am saying that I'm not a money mindset person. Like, you shouldn't be working with me if I am the person, like, I am interested in creating wealth alchemy. I am a wealth alchemist. I am the wealth witch. I am not the money queen, okay? For me, I am only interested in helping you transmute deep-seated beliefs. I am only interested in helping you get to the root of your money issues. Like, I am only interested in radically transforming the way that you think, feel, and react to money, wealth, abundance, currency, prosperity, and ultimately shifting your worthiness and deserving around money and wealth. Like, that is the work that I do. And it's not comfortable, and it's not, it's not deconstructing limiting beliefs and affirmations. Like, that's not the work that I do. And so and I really feel like this, it's like, if you stop your money journey at the mindset work, you're never going to achieve the things that you're desiring to achieve. And it's not going to happen because you haven't gotten to the root of why you're in the place that you are right now. And it is about more than just your limiting beliefs around money. It's more than just your limiting beliefs around money that is keeping you stuck in financial slavery consciousness. It has to do with the global financial agenda. It has to do with how the programming is taking place. It has to do with the dark occult magic and cloaking that I can't believe I'm saying this on my public page, on my business page, like, let the interference begin, right? But it has to do with the dark occult magic and the cloaking that the elite people in power of the global financial agenda are using against the collective. And it requires us waking up. It requires us waking up in a way that we've never woken up before. It requires us moving into a place where we are questioning everything, where literally everything that we believe to be true about money, wealth, and currency, we're asking ourselves, is this a lie? And if this was a lie, then why would someone be lying to me about it? Who would be being supported? Who would benefit from me believing that this entire thing is a lie? So yes, it's about our childhood conditioning. Yes, it's about our familial, religious, societal dogma around money, right? Yes, it's about going in and deconstructing emotional conditioning and programming that we've received from the people around us. But it's also about understanding how the global financial agenda works and why it benefits the global financial agenda for you to stay stuck in your midbrain in a fight, flight, freeze response. And to understand that there is freedom, like there is an opportunity to be free and play within the game. But it's about more than just affirming yourself there. It's about more than just, deconstructing your limiting beliefs and then money and manifestation mindsetting your way to 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures. Like, that is not sustainable, and it does not last if you don't understand how we got here, why we're here, why we continue to stay stuck here. And the reason that I feel my work is so important right now is that we are at a crossroads, and it is vitally important right now that there's a sense of urgency. There's just a sense of urgency. The time is now for us to take our power back. And it's because so many people are waking up right now, and so many people are beginning to realize and recognize and question that everything that we're being spoon-fed isn't necessarily true. Now, we're still being called crazy. We're still being called conspiracy theorists. We're still, being labeled as the crazy people, right? But here's the thing. Once you wake up, once the cracks of light begin to filter through the fucking darkness, you can't go back. You can't unsee it. You can't unknow it. And the more you see and the more you know and the more you realize, the more you see and the more you know and the more you realize. It's like once the light comes in, the crack gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, to have Mallory questioning Disney now, like, that's huge, right? Like, she's like the absolute Disney #1 fan and fanatic. And so it is big, and it's very important work. It is so important to the evolution of the collective souls of this planet. And ascension doesn't happen without it. We cannot continue to be blinded to how we are being manipulated and controlled and ascend. It doesn't work. We can't continue to allow the people of this planet to suffer the poverty that they're suffering when it's not necessary, when it doesn't need to happen. We have to take back our power. We have to take back control of our financial destinies. We have to be in control of the finances and the currency of this planet in order to stop all of this madness that's happening. And for me, it's about a whole lot more than an affirmation and a deconstructing a limiting belief. So that's the work I do, right? It's my book, Wealth Alchemy, is coming out, and I'm going to be exposing this global financial agenda. It's going to be awesome because it's going to be next level. I don't know if I've read this piece of the book publicly. I know I read it on Instagram the other day. And I read it have I read it on my public page? I'm going to read it again. You guys may have already heard it. Listen again. So this is just a little bit of my book to give you a little taste of what it's going to be when it comes out. I need to get another section to read, you guys, but I like this part, so I'm going to read it again even if you've already heard it. How often do we take words for granted? My husband is a voracious student of etymology, and he has passed some of his fascination on to me. Before we dive into the meat of this book, I want to look at the definitions of wealth and alchemy so that you have a context and understanding of what you're getting into here with me. The word wealth comes from 2 words, well-being and health. So to be wealthy literally means to be well and healthy in a particular area of your life. The archaic meaning of wealth was well-being or prosperity. It was used to describe being happy and prosperous. The modern definitions of wealth are to have an abundance of valuable possessions or money, or to have a plentiful supply of a particular desirable thing or resource. You can have wealth in health, love, relationships, and yes, in finances. I define this so that you know when I talk about wealth in this book, I'm not just referring to financial resources, though that will be a main focus. Alchemy is the science of transmutation of base metals into gold or silver. What does wealth alchemy mean to me? It is transforming your current beliefs, shifting your emotional conditioning, and deconstructing your programming to call in and create a new reality. The reality that you deeply desire, the gold. It is taking the pain of the past and transmuting it into the purpose for the future. There's something we need to discuss before we go any further. It may be the hardest part of this book for you to swallow, and that's saying a lot because I'm about to introduce you to some very radical concepts. I'm also going to activate your crystalline DNA, give you galactic wealth code transmissions, expose a global financial slavery agenda, and ask you to reconsider everything you currently believe about money, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. But this next bit is the part that's going to be the most difficult for many of you. Here it is. To become a wealth alchemist, you have to take 100% accountability for and ownership of your financial circumstances, no matter how bad they are. No matter what you perceive your parents, grandparents, ancestors, friends, family, past business partners, or even the government has done to wrong you. No matter what belief or proof you have that you were done wrong. The path forward is not through the blame of the past. In other words, you can't turn shit into gold by dwelling on how shit became shit in the first place. To become a wealth alchemist, you must commit to taking full responsibility and accountability for your actions, past, present, and future. You must focus on transmuting your current circumstances into the future that you deeply desire. That doesn't mean that the past isn't important. It is. In fact, understanding how we as a society and you as the individual got here is a vital part of the process. I'm going to spend parts of this book explaining to you where we are now, how we got here, and why we allowed it. I'm going to make sure that you are really clear on the current problem that we are facing and the dire nature of our current circumstances. It is important that you understand the sense of urgency and why it is so important that as many of us as possible take back our financial destinies now. The reascension of the planet depends upon it. You must possess the knowledge to understand the current landscape, and you must understand the current landscape to know how to play the game. It is in learning how to play the game that we are ultimately able to gain financial freedom. Knowledge is power, and you must know to grow. So that's just a little bit of my Wealth Alchemy book. It's part of the introduction. And so I'll just tell you guys a little bit more about like what's going to be included in the book. So chapter 1 is called To Hell and Back Again. And it's all about, it's my money story, my upbringing. There's a part called The Working Years. There's a part called Abra Fucking Cadabra. And then The Turning Point. And then chapter 2 is Becoming a Wealth Alchemist. And so I talk sort of about my transition point from my lowest point to moving into this business and becoming the Wealth Witch. And so then chapter 3, we talk about like, what is wealth alchemy? We talk about you having the power to transform your current circumstances and conditions. We talk about worth and value. There's a section called Money Doesn't Give a Shit If You're a Good Person. Changing everything you know about wealth. And then the time is now to shift. Chapter 4 is Becoming Slaves. And so this is where I talk about the history and the background. I tell you about the programming. I tell you about how greed has been used to control us. I talk about slavery consciousness. Chapter 5 is called If It Was Easy, Everyone Would Be Doing It. And I talk about like, what are you willing to do and what's your commitment to the deconstruction. And then we talk about the 2 most powerful tools in our toolbox, belief and intention. I talk about wealth, prosperity, abundance, becoming an energetic match and frequency and vibration. And then chapter 7 is all about the money codes and crystalline DNA. So that's where we get full money woo in chapter 7 of the book. Chapter 8 is about the spirituality of money and building firm foundations and connecting to the divine. Chapter 9 is the principles of money. So we'll talk a lot about the universal principles of money in this chapter: settling, integrity, paying bills, debt, currency, tithing. And then chapter 10 is how we heal. So we talk about how to move forward, how to deconstruct the programming, how to heal money and scarcity trauma, and then changing our future by changing the past. And then there's a whole bunch of activations and transmissions throughout the book as well. So I'm really excited. The book will officially be launching on 4/4. I will be doing an Audible book, I've decided. So I'm glad that you said that, Visa. I am going to do an Audible book. And I'll be recording it after the book releases though. So probably May or June, I'll be recording the audiobook. But there is a way to get audio recordings of some of the most important parts of the book. If you participate with me in the pre-launch of the book, if you do either the Wealth Alchemy book bundle or you become a Wealth Alchemist, you're going to be getting little snippets of audio recordings from me of the most impactful parts of the book. So we'll talk more about that in a minute, about how to participate with me in the pre-launch of the book. But, you know, I do this work because I'm passionate about seeing change on this planet. I don't believe that anyone on this planet should be living in poverty. There are too many resources on this planet for people to be living in poverty. I don't believe that an elite few people should have control of all of the most precious resources of this planet. I believe that the collective should have control. I believe that we should be able to have financial freedom. I believe that we should be able to achieve our divine birthright, which is being in a state of being able to constantly be striving for our infinite potential. That we shouldn't be being limited and held back by people who are serving a personal agenda of wealth and power. I know that every single one of you that's watching this live stream right now has the ability to be a millionaire if that's what you choose to be. I know that every single one of you that's watching this live stream has the ability to be wildly financially abundant. And my goal and my hope in helping you realize that and helping you get to the place where you're wildly financially abundant is that I want you in turn to turn around and go make a difference in the world. I want you in turn to go share the information with other people in the world. And I want you to go out and make a difference in the lives of the people that are currently struggling and are living in poverty and, you know, are having their food and water supplies controlled for the sake of serving a larger global financial agenda that only serves a very elite few number of people. I believe that the suffering of the people of this planet is criminal and it should be treated as such. And I believe that these people in power need to be taken out. That's probably the most direct that I've ever said it. And who knows what will happen to this live stream. But, you know, it's just the time is now for the collective to take back our financial destinies. We can no longer just blindly live in financial slavery consciousness. We can no longer just go about our day-to-day serving an agenda that doesn't protect us and that cares nothing for our highest and best good. It's just, you know, yeah, and like I love that. Like Visa's like her dream is to make a big planet by cleaning up the oceans and helping Mother Earth. Amazing. Like that's what we need. But in order to do that, you have to be relevant. And in order to be relevant, you have to have money. And in order to make a difference on that type of scale, you have to be wildly financially successful. And I believe that as human beings, we are inherently good. I believe that we will do good when we have unlimited resources. I have seen it time and time again with my clients. It's like, it was one of the questions I asked in my free program application this year. I wanted to know, like, what are the causes that you care about? If you had unlimited financial resources, what would you be doing to make a difference in the world? And my heart was just full from the responses that I got. Like, these absolutely amazing people that are just like, they want money to go do good in the world. I want those people to have the money so that they can go do good in the world. And I absolutely know that we have the ability to shift. We have the ability to earn. We have the ability to manifest money. We have the ability to create a wildly financially abundant life for ourselves. But we have to understand how we're being controlled, and we have to break free from just operating blindly within that system. So, you know, it's why I have my program Ouroboros. It's why, like, I believe in doing deep deconstruction work of programming and of emotional conditioning. And, you know, that's not all love and light and affirmations and fun. I'm not the money queen. I don't want to be the money queen. I'm a fucking wealth alchemist and I'm the wealth witch. And I'm here to literally transmute every fucking limiting belief and controlling program and emotional conditioning that you have that's keeping you stuck. Like that is my global agenda. My global agenda is to free all of you from financial slavery consciousness. But first I have to wake you up and let you actually realize that you're living in that. I mean, so many people just have no fucking idea. It's been really beautiful in my free program to be sharing this information. And now all these people, 200 people are in this program, like, what the fuck? Waking up, and now they're seeing it, right? They're starting to see it. They're starting to understand it. That's why the book, that's really why I wrote the book, because the book enables me to reach the masses, right? I'm not your love and light witch. There's Beth back with her hashtags, her awesome hashtags. That's the book, right? Like, not everybody can afford to invest 4 figures with me to work with me in Ouroboros. And so hence the Wealth Alchemy book, right? So that I can reach the masses. Why I did the free program this year, took 200 people into a free program and gave them this information for free. It's important to me. It's important to me that we create change in this area. So if you liked what you read in the book will be officially launched on April 4th. But there are 2 ways right now to participate with me in the pre-launch of the book. And there's a flash sale happening until Sunday. So the 2 pre-sale options are 50% off. The 2 pre-launch options are 50% off. So the first one is the Wealth Alchemy book bundle. And with that, you will get a pre-release copy of the ebook. So that will be coming to you sometime in March. And then you will get an autographed copy of the first print run of the book. So the first print run will go out to all of the pre-launch members, and they will get it before it officially is launched and out into the world. And then the thing I'm really excited about is throughout the book, I'm doing wealth code activations, transmissions. Oh, thanks, I just got them done. Wealth code activations, transmissions, crystalline DNA activations. And so those are kind of scattered throughout the book. There's 7 of them total. And they're really, really powerful, right? Oh, Mallory's dropping the link for the Wealth Alchemy book bundle. They're really, really powerful, but they're so much more powerful when I'm actually giving you my vibration and frequency and energy, and doing the activation and transmission for you over an audio. So I'll be going into the studio next month and recording all of those activations. We will be selling them separately after they're recorded on the website, but they'll be selling for $111 for the package of activations and transmissions, the audio versions. So this is like a no-brainer, because right now the book bundle is $44. The full price is $88, but it's $44 until Sunday. So just getting the activations is a huge value. Then, like I mentioned, I'm also going to be giving you audio recordings of really important parts of the book so that you can listen to them on repeat. Because for me, when I started doing wealth consciousness work, that was such an important piece, like listening over and over and over. Like Amanda Francis, for example, I literally listened to her audios in the background of like my entire life. She was the soundtrack of my life for a year because I just listened to her stuff on repeat. So I know how important that is, and it was made a huge change for me. So I'm going to be doing the audio recordings of the book on repeat in the background so that you can listen to them over and over and over. And then I'm also going to be releasing, between now and the book launch, I'm going to be releasing little snippets of the book to you so that you have opportunities to read pieces of the book before it comes out. So that's the Wealth Alchemy book bundle. It's $88. Until Sunday, it's $44. Mallory just dropped the link for that. And then the second way to participate with me is by becoming a wealth alchemist. And this one I'm really excited about because you get all of those things I just talked about with the book bundle. So every single thing that I just told you, you also get as a wealth alchemist, but you also get the complete unedited copy of my manuscript. And it's 65,000 words right now. And we're going to be getting it down to around 40,000 words. So there's about 15,000 words that aren't going to be going into the actual book. Part of that is a whole chapter on manifestation that I've taken out because it didn't quite flow with the content of the book. So this whole chapter called the manifestation pages, which is the principles of manifestations, all my tools and tips for instant manifestation. And so you're going to be getting the manifestation pages in addition to all the other unedited copy of the book. So just a lot more content that's not going to be in the book that as a wealth alchemist you'll have access to. And then you'll also get to be part of my book launch team. So why I feel like this is important is if you feel like you have a book in you, if you want to write a book, regardless of what it's about, and you're like, I know that I meant to write a book, come join me in this, because as a wealth alchemist, because you're going to literally be able to go through the whole publish and launch process with me. This is beginning next week. I was actually supposed to do part of it this week, but I wanted to get through this flash sale so that everybody could be participating with me in the next step, which is partially designing. It's the design of my cover for the book. And so I want to take you through the publish and launch process with me. I want you to be able to be a part of that process. I want you to give me feedback on it. I want you to feel really, really involved, but I also want you to do it because I feel like everybody needs to go write their fucking books, and I want you to see that this really is doable and it's easy and anyone can do it. And so you'll get to go through the process with me, help me choose my cover art, help me choose my bio photo, help me choose the version of my bio that we're gonna use. You'll also get input on different sections of the book, different edits of the book, what we're keeping in, what we're leaving out. And then I'm doing a very, very special wealth code activation and transmission that only will be exclusively given to wealth alchemists. So you'll have an opportunity to be on a live transmission and activation with me inside the group. So that is $222, but until Sunday, it's $111. So definitely, if you loved the book, if you're loving what I'm talking about on this live stream, and you've been looking for a way to do wealth alchemy work with me, like this is an amazing opportunity. So hopefully Mallory will drop the link for the Wealth Alchemist opt-in. There it is, Wealth Alchemist, so you can join me that way. And I think that's it. I think that's really all I have to say. I'm going to go, I have 2 Ouroboros clients that I'm seeing today. I'm doing parallel timeline clears. So part of what we do in Ouroboros is we don't just look at this timeline, we don't just look at this reality that we're living on planet Earth, but we look multi-dimensionally at dimensions 3 through 13. We look at current parallel dimension, we look at past parallel dimension, we look at future timeline work. So the work that we do in Ouroboros is deep deconstruction, deep emotional clearing. So I've already done 1 this morning, 1 parallel lifetime clear, and I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to go get my hair done. Well, I'm gonna go to lunch first and have a margarita. Then I'm gonna go get my hair done. And then I get to have my very first call with my Ouroboros oracles, which are my new Ouroboros apprentices who will be going out into the world and spreading this Ouroboros work. I'm so excited because obviously I cannot do this alone. I need a team of people to help me do this. And so the first 2 women have signed up and I have my first call with them today. I'm so excited about it. And still accepting a couple. So 2 or 3 more accepting into the apprenticeship program over the next few months. So if that is calling to you and you are an Ouroboros alumni, let me know. But I think that's it. So remember, please, that it is your divine birthright to be wealthy. It is your birthright to be well and healthy in all areas of your life, including financially. That's it. So have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world as you are watching this live stream or you're watching the replay. And I will see you soon.